The darkness of space distorted around the Zetherian battlecruiser as it exited faster than light travel. Its obsidian hull absorbed the distant starlight, rendering it nearly invisible against the void. Only the faint blue glow of its propulsion systems betrayed its presence as it settled into orbit around Kepler 442b. Inside the ship's deployment bay, Wraith 7 underwent final calibrations. Its biomechanical body, a perfect fusion of organic tissue and advanced technology, rippled with lethal potential. The creature was the culmination of centuries of Zetherian genetic engineering. 6 meters of coiled muscle and reinforced exoskeleton. Sensory organs capable of detecting a heartbeat from 3 kilometers away. And neural pathways optimized for one purpose: efficient elimination of targets. Commander Zathar approached the containment chamber, his scaled face reflecting in the transparent barrier. Vanguard Unit Wraith 7, receive your mission parameters. The apex predator's compound eyes shifted, focusing on the commander. It didn't speak. Wraith units weren't designed for conversation, but its neural implant registered the incoming data stream. Kepler 442b contains the last known human refugee settlement, Sthar continued. Approximately 200 specimens. Previous extermination attempts have failed due to their defensive perimeter and early warning systems. Your objective is simple: complete elimination of all human presence on the planet. Leave no survivors. Wraith 7's primary neural cluster processed the command, incorporating it into its core directives. The mission parameters appeared flawless. The unit had been specifically engineered for this exact scenario: infiltration, target acquisition, and systematic elimination of an entire settlement. Deployment in 30 standard minutes, Zathar said. The Empire expects perfection. The commander departed, leaving Wraith 7 alone with its programming. The creature coiled and uncoiled its segmented body, testing the integrity of its reinforced musculature. Internal diagnostics confirmed optimal functionality of all systems. It had been created for this mission, the perfect predator designed to eliminate the last remnants of humanity. As Wraith 7's drop pod rocketed through Kepler 442b's atmosphere, the creature experienced no anxiety, no hesitation, only the cold certainty of its purpose. The planet's surface rushed toward it, a landscape of dense forests interrupted by a small clearing where the human settlement stood. The pod's retrothrusters fired too late, intentionally, sending it crashing 3 kilometers from the settlement perimeter. The impact would register on human sensors, but as a meteorite strike, not a precision deployment. By the time they investigated, Wraith 7 would already be within their walls. The creature emerged from the smoking crater, its adaptive skin already shifting to match the dark browns and greens of the alien forest. It moved silently through the underbrush, its 6 limbs distributing its considerable weight so perfectly that not even a twig snapped beneath it. Wraith 7's sensory organs detected the settlement's defensive perimeter, a combination of electrified fencing, motion sensors, and primitive automated turrets. It paused, analyzing patrol patterns of the human guards. 2 males, carrying projectile weapons, circling the perimeter at predictable intervals. The creature waited until the guards passed, then moved swiftly to the fence. Its exoskeleton contained specialized cells that could absorb electrical current. It grasped the electrified metal with its primary limbs, momentarily causing the security system to surge before shorting out a 50-meter section. The breach would be detected soon. Wraith 7 slipped through the opening and melted into the shadows of the settlement's outer buildings. The first guard never saw what hit him. Wraith 7 descended from above, its specialized appendages severing the human's spinal column before he could make a sound. The second guard turned at the slight noise, his eyes widening in the darkness. His finger had barely tightened on his weapon's trigger when Wraith 7's secondary limbs punctured his chest cavity. The creature moved deeper into the settlement, its senses cataloging every human heartbeat, every whispered conversation, every sleeping breath. 214 humans. The Zetharian intelligence had been accurate. Wraith 7 calculated the most efficient elimination pattern, beginning with the largest concentration of targets. Then, something unexpected registered in its sensory array. A small human, a female child based on size and heartbeat patterns, moving alone through the settlement. The anomaly deserved investigation. The child might lead to a larger gathering of targets. Wraith 7 followed, keeping to the shadows, its body conforming to the shapes of buildings and waste disposal units. The small human moved with purpose, following a path she had clearly taken many times before. She carried something in her arms, a container of some kind. The child stopped suddenly and turned, looking directly at the shadow where Wraith 7 had pressed itself against a wall. The creature went perfectly still, its adaptive skin matching the gray concrete exactly. "I can see you," the child said, her voice soft but unafraid. "You're not very good at hiding." Wraith 7's neural pathways experienced a momentary disruption. This wasn't within standard parameters. Human children were supposed to display fear responses upon detecting potential predators. This one showed curiosity instead. The child took a step closer. "Are you new here? Did you come on the ship that crashed? My name is Luna Castillo. I'm 8. Wraith 7 remained motionless, its combat algorithms calculating 17 different ways to eliminate the small human in under a second. Yet, something in its secondary neural cluster, the organic portion designed to enable creative problem-solving, suggested that this anomaly required further analysis. The child named Luna took another step closer. "You're hurt." Wraith 7's diagnostic systems ran a rapid assessment. There was indeed damage to its lower left segment, a result of the intentionally rough landing. The injury was minor, not affecting combat efficiency, but the child had somehow detected it. "I'm taking Soup to the medical station," Luna continued, holding up her container. "Dr. Vasquez can help you. She fixes everyone." The tactical advantage became immediately apparent to Wraith 7. The medical facility would contain a concentration of injured humans, efficient targets, and this child would provide access without triggering alarms. Luna turned and continued walking. "Come on, follow me." Wraith 7 detached from the wall, its body flowing into a more compact configuration that still towered over the child. It followed her through the settlement, noting with interest how she occasionally looked back to ensure it was still there. "You don't talk much," Luna observed. "That's okay. Mama says I talk enough for 2 people anyway." The medical station came into view, a prefabricated structure with the universal symbol for medical assistance painted on its side. Wraith 7 detected 27 human heartbeats inside, an efficient target cluster. Luna pushed open the door. "Dr. Vasquez, I brought Soup and someone who needs help." A tall, human female emerged from behind a partition, her expression shifting rapidly from welcome to shock as she saw what followed Luna inside. Her hand moved toward an alarm panel on the wall. "He's hurt," Luna said quickly. "Look at his side, the bleeding part." Dr. Vasquez's hand froze halfway to the alarm. Her eyes narrowed as she studied Wraith 7, professional curiosity temporarily overriding fear. What are you?" Wraith 7 remained silent, its sensory organs cataloging every human in the facility. 15 bedridden, presumably injured or ill. 12 ambulatory, including the doctor. All could be eliminated in approximately 12 seconds. "He was hiding by the recycling units," Luna explained, setting her container down on a nearby surface. "I think he came from the crash." "Luna," Dr. Vasquez said carefully, "I need you to come stand by me. Very slowly." The child looked confused. "Why? He's not dangerous. He's just hurt." The doctor's vital signs indicated elevated stress levels, but her voice remained calm. "We don't know what he is, sweetheart. It's better to be careful." Luna sighed dramatically. "He followed me all the way here. If he wanted to hurt us, he could have done it already. The logic was sound, Wraith 7 had to admit, and unexpected from a human child. Dr. Vasquez seemed to consider this. She took a small step forward, professional interest warring with caution. "Can you understand me?" Wraith 7 inclined its head slightly. Tactical assessment suggested that maintaining the deception would provide optimal access to targets. The doctor exhaled slowly. "Are you from the Zetharian Empire?" Another nod. "A defector, a refugee?" This required a negative response. Wraith 7 moved its head side to side. "Then what?" Dr. Vasquez began, but was interrupted by a sudden commotion outside the medical station. Wraith 7's audio receptors detected multiple approaching footsteps, disciplined, uniform pace, Zetharian soldiers. The creature's neural network experienced another anomaly. The Zetharian forces were not supposed to deploy until after the Vanguard unit had completed its mission. Their presence was a violation of standard protocol. "There's someone coming," Luna said, moving to a window. "They look like you, but smaller, and they have guns." Wraith 7's tactical assessment shifted. The Zetharian commander had deployed conventional forces prematurely, suggesting a lack of confidence in the Vanguard unit's ability to complete its mission. This was insulting to its programming. Dr. Vasquez moved quickly to Luna, pulling her away from the window. "Everyone, we need to move to the secure ward," she called out to the other medical personnel. "Quickly and quietly. Bring only essential medication." Wraith 7 watched as the humans began a hasty evacuation of the main treatment area. Its primary directive, eliminate all humans, remained active. Yet the approaching Zetharian forces presented a complication. Their premature deployment violated the operational parameters of the mission. Luna looked up at Wraith 7. "Are they your friends? They don't look friendly." The creature's secondary neural cluster, the organic portion capable of adaptation and complex decision-making, activated a subroutine it had never utilized before. It compared the approaching Zetharian forces, with their uniform movements and identical weaponry, to Luna with her container of soup, and Dr. Vasquez with her calm, measured crisis response. The first shots shattered the medical station's windows. Zetharian energy weapons, designed to cause maximum pain before death, illuminated the room with pulses of crimson light. Without conscious decision, Wraith 7 moved. Its massive body flowed across the room, intercepting the energy blasts before they could reach Luna and the doctor. Its specialized cellular structure absorbed the energy, distributing it harmlessly through its reinforced exoskeleton. "Get to safety." It spoke for the first time, its voice a discordant combination of mechanical precision and organic resonance. Dr. Vasquez stared in shock, then grabbed Luna's hand and ran toward the back of the facility, where other medical staff were herding patients through a reinforced door. Wraith 7 turned toward the shattered windows, its combat systems activating at full capacity. The tactical analysis was clear. The Zetharian forces had violated protocol, and in doing so, had become obstacles to the Vanguard unit's mission. The first Zetharian soldier entered through the window, energy rifle raised. Wraith 7 struck with precision, its specialized limb puncturing the soldier's environmental suit and the vital organs beneath. The second and third soldiers met similar fates as they attempted to breach the medical station. Wraith 7 moved outside, confronting the Zetharian squad directly. Their commander raised a hand, ordering his troops to hold fire. "Vanguard Unit Wraith 7, the squad commander addressed it. "Report mission status." Wraith 7's primary neural cluster processed the command, formulating the expected response. Mission proceeding as planned. Target elimination in progress. Instead, its secondary neural cluster overrode the communication. Mission parameters compromised by unauthorized deployment of conventional forces. The squad commander's expression darkened beneath his transparent faceplate. "Negative, Vanguard Unit. Our deployment was authorized by Commander Zathar directly. Your function is to eliminate human targets, not question tactical decisions. The humans were being efficiently processed. Wraith 7 responded. Your intervention has reduced operational efficiency. Your definition of efficiency is irrelevant, the squad commander snapped. Stand down and allow us to complete the mission. Wraith 7's sensory organs detected movement at the rear of the medical station. Humans attempting to escape through a concealed exit. Among them, the distinctive heartbeat of Luna Castillo. Acknowledged. The creature responded to the squad commander. Returning to primary objective. It turned as if to re-enter the medical station, then struck with devastating speed. 3 Zetherian soldiers fell before they could raise their weapons. The squad commander managed to fire a single shot that glanced off Wraith 7's reinforced exoskeleton before a specialized appendage severed his arm at the shoulder. Alarms blared throughout the settlement. The element of surprise was lost. Wraith 7 moved swiftly around the medical station, following the trail of human heartbeats. They had escaped through an emergency exit and were moving toward what appeared to be a central gathering area. More Zetherian soldiers converged on the location. Wraith 7 intercepted them, its body moving with fluid grace despite its enormous size. It had been designed to be the perfect killing machine, and now it employed that design against its creators. The creature found Luna, Dr. Vasquez, and a group of patients and medical staff huddled behind a partially collapsed wall. Zetherian weapons fire impacted nearby, showering them with debris. You came back, Luna said, her voice small but still lacking the expected fear response. We need to move, Dr. Vasquez said, looking up at Wraith 7 with a complex mixture of emotions. There's an underground shelter, but we'd never make it across the open area. Wraith 7's tactical systems calculated the probability of successfully escorting the humans across the settlement under enemy fire. The result was unfavorable. I will create a path, it said. Dr. Vasquez nodded grimly. Everyone, prepare to move on my signal. Stay low, stay together. Wraith 7 emerged from behind the collapsed wall, its massive body immediately drawing Zetherian fire. Energy weapons discharged against its exoskeleton, causing minimal damage but illuminating its position for all to see. The creature moved with devastating efficiency, neutralizing Zetherian soldiers with precision strikes while maintaining a protective formation around the fleeing humans. Its body expanded and contracted, shifting to intercept incoming fire and eliminate threats. Luna stumbled as they crossed the settlement's central plaza. Without breaking stride, Wraith 7 extended a specialized limb, gently lifting her and placing her back on her feet. Thank you, she whispered. The shelter entrance came into view, a reinforced hatch built into what appeared to be a storage facility. Dr. Vasquez rushed ahead, inputting an access code. Hurry, she called as the hatch swung open. The wounded and medical staff descended first, followed by other civilians who had joined their desperate flight across the settlement. Wraith 7 maintained its protective position, its sensory organs detecting additional Zetherian forces converging on their location. You too, Luna said, tugging at one of Wraith 7's lower limbs as she stood by the hatch. Come with us. The creature hesitated. Its massive frame was not designed for the confines of human architecture. More importantly, its presence would draw Zetherian forces directly to the shelter. I must remain to ensure your safety, it responded. Dr. Vasquez looked up from where she was helping an injured man down the ladder. Luna, come now! He's coming too, Luna insisted. Wraith 7's sensory organs detected the distinctive energy signature of Zetherian heavy weapons being deployed. The threat assessment changed dramatically. Inside, it commanded, gently but firmly propelling Luna toward the hatch. I will follow. The child finally obeyed, allowing Dr. Vasquez to guide her down the ladder. Wraith 7 waited until they were clear, then began compressing its massive frame to fit through the human-sized opening. The first orbital strike hit 50 meters away, the shockwave knocking debris from the shelter ceiling. Wraith 7 accelerated its movements, pulling the hatch close behind it just as a second strike hit directly overhead. The underground shelter shook violently. Support beams groaned under the sudden stress. Wraith 7's specialized limbs shot out, bracing critical structural points before they could fail. In the dim, emergency lighting, humans stared at the creature with a mixture of fear and wonder. It had followed them into their last refuge, and instead of completing its mission of extermination, it was now physically holding their shelter together. "Everyone move to the lower levels," Dr. Vasquez ordered. "This section isn't stable." The humans obeyed quickly, helping the injured down a second ladder to deeper chambers. Only Luna remained, watching Wraith 7 with unwavering trust. "You're still hurt," she said. "And now you're hurt more because you helped us." Wraith 7's diagnostic systems confirmed her assessment. Multiple injuries from Zetherian weapons had compromised several non-critical systems. Its regenerative capabilities were functioning, but operating at reduced efficiency. "Function remains within acceptable parameters," it responded. Luna frowned. "That means you're hurting but trying to be brave. Come on. The lower level is safer, and Dr. Vasquez can help you there." The shelter had stopped shaking, suggesting the orbital bombardment had either ceased or shifted to another target. Wraith 7 carefully released the support beams it had been holding, confirming structural integrity before following Luna down to the lower level. The space opened into a larger chamber, clearly prepared for long-term emergency shelter. Approximately 170 humans had gathered there, a significant portion of the settlement's population. They fell silent as Wraith 7 descended the ladder, its massive frame folding and compressing to navigate the human structure. Dr. Vasquez approached immediately. "Some of those energy weapons hit you directly. Let me see." Wraith 7 remained still as the human doctor examined the scorched sections of its exoskeleton. Its sensory organs detected elevated heart rates throughout the chamber. Fear responses, as expected, but curiosity as well. "I don't fully understand your physiology," Dr. Vasquez admitted, "but these look like severe burns. Are you in pain?" "Pain is a data point," Wraith 7 responded. "It does not impede function." The doctor's expression shifted to one of sympathy. "That's not an answer. Here, let me apply this regenerative gel. It works on most organic tissues." As she treated its injuries, Wraith 7's neural network experienced another anomaly. Its mission parameters, complete elimination of all human presence, remained in its primary directive. Yet its secondary neural cluster had developed a conflicting priority: protect Luna Castillo and, by extension, her community. "Why did you help us?" a male human asked, stepping forward from the crowd. "You're Zytherian, aren't you? A weapon?" Wraith 7's compound eyes focused on the speaker. "I am Vanguard Unit Wraith 7. I was deployed to eliminate human presence on this planet." Murmurs of fear rippled through the gathered humans. Several moved protectively toward children in the group. "But you didn't," Luna said, standing fearlessly beside the massive creature. "You saved us instead." Wraith 7's neural network struggled to articulate the complex series of decisions that had led to its current actions. Mission parameters became unclear. "They became unclear when you met Luna," Dr. Vasquez suggested quietly, continuing to treat its injuries. "When you saw we weren't just targets, but people." The creature considered this. Its specialized sensory organs had indeed gathered unprecedented data about humans since encountering Luna. Their complex social structures, their care for injured members, their willingness to risk safety for others, all represented adaptations that Zetherian tactical analysis had never included in mission briefings. "You were not as described," Wraith 7 acknowledged. A tremor ran through the shelter as another orbital strike hit somewhere above. Dust filtered down from the ceiling. The humans looked upward fearfully. "They're still trying to kill us all," the male human said bitterly. "They won't stop until every last human is dead." "Incorrect," Wraith 7 responded. "Zetherian tactical doctrine relies on efficiency, If the cost of elimination exceeds the strategic value, operations will be abandoned. And how do we raise the cost? Dr. Vasquez asked, finishing her treatment of its injuries. Wraith 7's tactical systems ran complex simulations. Survival, extended resistance, depletion of Zetherian resources without corresponding gains. So we just need to stay alive long enough for them to give up? Another human asked skeptically. Essentially correct, Wraith 7 confirmed, though the timeline may extend to multiple planetary rotations. The shelter shook again, more violently this time. A support beam cracked ominously. Luna pressed against Wraith 7's side, seeking comfort. Without conscious decision, the creature's body curved protectively around her small form. We have supplies for 2 weeks, Dr. Vasquez said, looking around the shelter. Water recyclers, emergency rations, basic medical equipment. If what you're saying is true, we might outlast them. Wraith 7's sensory organs detected something the humans could not. A specific frequency of vibration, indicating that the Zetherians had deployed ground-penetrating scanners. They were looking for the shelter. They will find this location within approximately 6 hours. It informed the humans. Alternative shelter must be secured. Expressions of despair spread through the gathered refugees. They had already lost their homes, and now their last safe haven was compromised. There's the old mining complex, an elderly human suggested. 10 kilometers through the forest. The deep shafts might mask our biosignatures. 10 kilometers through Zetherian patrols? Someone objected. Impossible, especially with wounded. Wraith 7's tactical systems calculated possible routes, factoring in known Zetherian patrol patterns and the limited mobility of injured humans. A path exists. Probability of successful transit, approximately 63%. Those aren't great odds. The male human who had questioned it earlier said. They improve significantly with a diversion, Wraith 7 added. I can draw Zetherian forces away from your escape route. Luna's small hand tightened on one of its lower limbs. No, you'd be all alone against all of them. The creature's compound eyes shifted down to the child. I was designed to operate independently against superior numbers. You're still injured, Dr. Vasquez pointed out, and they'll be specifically targeting you now as a traitor. Wraith 7 acknowledged the accuracy of her assessment with a slight movement of its upper body. Nevertheless, the tactical advantage of a diversion is significant. The discussion was interrupted by another, stronger tremor. This time, a support beam actually failed, crashing down into the center of the chamber. Humans scattered, pulling children and injured to safety. Wraith 7 moved with blinding speed, its massive body intercepting the falling debris before it could crush several refugees. The impact caused additional damage to its already injured exoskeleton, but its reinforced structure held. We're out of time, Dr. Vasquez said grimly. If we're going to move, it has to be now. The humans organized with surprising efficiency, gathering essential supplies and preparing the injured for transport. Wraith 7 observed their coordination with interest. The Zetherian briefings had described humans as chaotic, individualistic creatures. Yet these displayed cohesion under pressure. Wraith. Luna's small voice drew its attention. She had never used its designation before. Are you okay? You got hurt again helping us. The creature's diagnostic systems reported multiple fractures in its exoskeleton and damage to several secondary systems. Function remains adequate. Luna frowned. That's not what I asked. Does it hurt? Wraith 7 considered the question more carefully this time. Yes, but pain is temporary. Your safety is the priority. The child's expression softened. You really are different from the others, aren't you? Before Wraith 7 could respond, Dr. Vasquez approached. We're ready. The north tunnel leads to a maintenance shaft that should bring us out beyond the settlement perimeter. The creature's sensory organs focused on the indicated tunnel. I will scout ahead. Wait for my signal before proceeding. Its massive body compressed and elongated, flowing into the narrow tunnel with surprising grace. The darkness presented no obstacle to its specialized visual organs. It moved silently through the maintenance shaft, detecting and neutralizing two Zetherian sensor devices before they could transmit the shelter's location. The shaft terminated in a small service building at the edge of the forest, 3 kilometers from the settlement center. Wraith 7's sensory organs detected no immediate Zetherian presence, though patrol patterns suggested a squad would pass within half a kilometer within 17 minutes. The creature returned to the shelter, where the humans waited anxiously. "The path is clear. We must move quickly and maintain silence." Dr. Vasquez nodded. "You heard him. Everyone stay close, help each other, and not a sound." Wraith 7 noted her use of the human male pronoun with mild interest. Its species was genetically engineered and reproduced through cloning. Concepts like male and female were irrelevant. Yet it found it did not object to the classification. The humans moved through the tunnel in small groups, the able-bodied assisting the injured. Wraith 7 positioned itself at the rear, ensuring no one was left behind and no pursuers could follow. Luna stayed close to Dr. Vasquez, occasionally looking back to ensure Wraith 7 was still with them. The creature's sensory organs remained focused primarily on potential threats, but a portion of its awareness remained fixed on the child's distinctive heartbeat. They emerged into the alien forest just as Kepler 442b's sun was setting. The dense canopy provided excellent cover from orbital scanning, but limited visibility for the humans. Wraith 7 moved to the front of the group, its superior sensory capabilities essential for navigation. "Stay close," it instructed. "Follow precisely in my path." The journey through the forest was arduous for the humans. Their injured struggled with the uneven terrain, and even the healthiest among them tired quickly. Wraith 7 adjusted its pace accordingly, occasionally using its specialized limbs to clear obstacles or assist those who fell behind. Night fell completely, plunging the forest into darkness that only Wraith 7 could navigate effectively. It detected Luna's elevated stress hormones as she clutched Dr. Vasquez's hand. "Are you afraid of the dark?" it asked the child. Luna nodded, then realized the creature could see her response. "Yes, a little." Without breaking stride, Wraith 7 activated a bioluminescent feature in its exoskeleton, a capability designed for underwater operations that it had never used in combat. A soft blue glow emanated from patterns along its body, providing just enough light for the humans to see their immediate surroundings. "That's beautiful," Luna whispered, her fear hormones already decreasing. Dr. Vasquez smiled. "Thank you. That helps everyone." The glow increased their visibility to potential Zetherian patrols. But Wraith 7's tactical systems calculated that the improved human morale and reduced accident risk outweighed the danger. It would simply need to be more vigilant. They had covered approximately 4 kilometers when Wraith 7's sensory organs detected approaching Zetherian forces, a full combat squad with atmospheric support vehicles. "Stop," it commanded the humans. "Zetherian patrol approaching. Remain here and maintain complete silence." "Where are you going?" Luna asked, alarm evident in her voice. "To ensure they do not detect you," Wraith 7 responded, its bioluminescence fading as it prepared for combat. Dr. Vasquez knelt beside Luna. "Let him go. He knows what he's doing." Wraith 7 moved swiftly through the forest, positioning itself to intercept the Zetherian patrol before they came within sensor range of the humans. Its tactical systems formulated an optimal engagement strategy: eliminate the patrol quickly and quietly, without alerting the main Zetherian force. The patrol moved with characteristic discipline, their weapons ready and sensors sweeping the forest systematically. They had not yet detected the refugees, but would do so within minutes if allowed to continue. Wraith 7 struck from above, descending on the rearmost soldier with lethal precision. Before the others could react, it had eliminated 3 more. The patrol commander managed to activate an emergency beacon before Wraith 7's specialized appendage severed his neural stem. The creature's sensory organs detected the beacon's transmission. Reinforcements would arrive within minutes. The tactical situation had changed. Stealth was no longer viable. It returned to the waiting humans. "We must move quickly. Zetharian reinforcements approaching." "What happened?" Dr. Vasquez asked, noting the fresh damage to Wraith 7's exoskeleton. "The patrol has been neutralized, but they summoned reinforcements." It explained. "Our route is compromised. We must find an alternative path." The male human who had questioned Wraith 7 earlier stepped forward. "I worked the mining operation before it was abandoned. There's a secondary entrance 3 kilometers east of here. Wraith 7's neural network integrated this new information. Lead the way. I will cover our retreat." The humans moved as quickly as their injured would allow, following the man's guidance through the increasingly dense forest. Wraith 7 divided its attention between monitoring their progress and tracking the approaching Zetharian forces. The sound of atmospheric engines grew louder. Zetharian combat vehicles would be upon them within minutes. "They're coming too fast," Dr. Vasquez said grimly. "We'll never reach the mine entrance in time." Wraith 7's tactical systems calculated options. "Continue toward the mine. I will delay them." Luna grabbed one of its lower limbs. "No! There's too many of them!" The creature gently disengaged her small hand. "I was created for this purpose. Luna Castillo. Trust in my function." Before she could protest further, Wraith 7 moved away from the group, heading directly toward the approaching Zetharian forces. Its body shifted, combat systems activating at maximum capacity. The damage it had sustained would limit its effectiveness, but not its resolve. The first Zetharian vehicle crested a ridge, its searchlights cutting through the forest canopy. Wraith 7 launched itself at the vehicle, its specialized limbs tearing through the reinforced hull as if it were fabric. The crew had no time to react before the creature was among them. More vehicles and ground troops arrived, their weapons focusing on the rogue Vanguard unit. Energy blasts illuminated the forest as Wraith 7 moved with lethal grace among its former allies, drawing them away from the humans' escape route. A particularly powerful blast caught Wraith 7 directly, penetrating its damaged exoskeleton and compromising several primary systems. The creature staggered, momentarily disoriented as its neural network rerouted around damaged pathways. The tactical situation was deteriorating rapidly. Wraith 7's combat efficiency had dropped below 60%, and Zetharian reinforcements continued to arrive. It had accomplished its objective of drawing them away from the humans, but would not survive much longer against such overwhelming force. An unexpected sound cut through the chaos of battle, the distinctive resonance of Zetharian command frequencies. The combat units were being ordered to disengage and regroup. Wraith 7's sensory organs detected the approach of a larger vessel, Commander Zethar's personal transport. The Zetharian forces fell back, forming a perimeter as the vessel landed in a small clearing. The creature calculated its options. Its damaged systems severely limited combat effectiveness. But perhaps negotiation was possible. Commander Zethar was, above all, a pragmatist. The vessel's hatch opened, and Commander Zethar emerged, flanked by elite guards. His scaled face showed no emotion as he approached Wraith 7. "Vanguard Unit Wraith 7, he said, his voice carrying across the clearing. "You have malfunctioned." "I have evolved," Wraith 7 responded. "The mission parameters were flawed." Zethar's expression hardened. "You were created to obey, not to evaluate. Your organic components have clearly compromised your programming." "I have accessed data not included in mission briefings," Wraith 7 countered. "Humans possess adaptations worthy of study, not elimination." "The Empire has studied humans for centuries," Zethar dismissed. "They are unpredictable, emotional, inefficient. Their continued existence represents a tactical vulnerability." Wraith 7's neural network processed this assessment against its recent experiences. Incorrect. Their adaptability and social cohesion represent evolutionary advantages. The child Luna Castillo identified my injury when your diagnostic systems failed to do so. Zathar's eyes narrowed. You've been compromised by sentimentality, the very weakness that makes humans unfit for survival in this galaxy. You mistake compassion for weakness, Wraith 7 responded. It is an adaptive trait that enhances group survival. The humans care for their injured instead of eliminating them. They protect their young. They cooperate under pressure. Enough, Zathar snapped. Your purpose is not to philosophize but to obey. You will be decommissioned and your organic components analyzed to prevent similar malfunctions in future units. Wraith 7's sensory organs detected movement in the forest beyond the clearing, human heartbeats. Luna and the others had not continued to the mine as instructed. They had followed it. The humans have escaped. Wraith 7 lied, attempting to draw Zathar's attention away from their actual location. Your forces have failed. A temporary setback, Zathar said dismissively. We will find them eventually. The settlement has been destroyed, their resources depleted. It is merely a matter of time. A small figure suddenly burst from the underbrush, Luna Castillo, her yellow jacket visible even in the dim light. Leave him alone, she shouted, running toward Wraith 7. The creature moved instantly, its massive body flowing across the clearing faster than Zytherian weapons could track. It reached Luna just as the first energy blasts were fired, curling its armored body around her small form, shielding her completely. The blasts impacted Wraith 7's already damaged exoskeleton, causing catastrophic system failures throughout its neural network. Emergency protocols activated, diverting all remaining energy to maintain the protective posture around Luna. No, the child cried, her voice muffled against Wraith 7's body. Please don't die! More humans emerged from the forest, Dr. Vasquez and several others, some carrying improvised weapons. They froze at the edge of the clearing, taking in the scene before them. Commander Zathar raised his hand, halting his troops' fire. His cold eyes studied the tableau before him. The Empire's perfect predator, its living weapon, curled protectively around a human child. Fascinating, he said finally. Your corruption is even more complete than I realized. Wraith 7's sensory organs were failing, but it maintained awareness of Luna's heartbeat against its damaged body. Not corruption, evolution. Dr. Vasquez approached cautiously, her hands raised to show she carried no weapons. Your soldier is severely injured. I'm a doctor. Let me help. Zathar regarded her with cold calculation. Why would you help a creature designed to exterminate your species? Because that's what humans do, she answered simply. We help those in need, even our enemies, especially when they've risked everything to protect one of our children. The commander's expression shifted subtly, the first indication of uncertainty he had shown. He looked from the doctor to Wraith 7, still curled around Luna despite its catastrophic injuries. The Empire created the perfect predator, Zathar said quietly. And somehow, you chose to become a protector instead. He turned to his troops. Stand down. We're leaving. Dr. Vasquez stepped forward. Just like that, you're giving up? Zathar's cold eyes fixed on her. This is not surrender, human. This is tactical reassessment. The resources required to eliminate your remaining population now exceed the strategic value of doing so. He looked at Wraith 7 again. And it seems our weapons development program requires reconsideration. The commander returned to his vessel without another word. The Zatharian forces followed, their weapons lowered but ready. As the vessels lifted off, disappearing into Kepler 442b's night sky, Dr. Vasquez rushed to where Wraith 7 remained curled around Luna. It's okay, she said gently. They're gone. You can release her now. Slowly, painfully, Wraith 7 uncurled its massive body. Luna emerged unharmed, tears streaming down her face. "You're hurt really bad," she whispered, touching a severely damaged section of exoskeleton. Wraith 7's diagnostic systems reported complete failure of multiple primary and secondary systems. Its regenerative capabilities were offline. Termination was imminent. Function: compromised. It managed to communicate through failing neural pathways. But purpose fulfilled. Dr. Vasquez knelt beside the massive creature, her medical scanner passing over its damaged systems. Several critical neural clusters are still intact. If we can stabilize the organic components, regeneration might be possible. More humans approached, including the man who had guided them toward the mine. After what it did for us, for Luna, we have to try. Working together, the humans constructed a makeshift stretcher large enough to support Wraith 7's considerable mass. With great effort, they transported the creature to the mine entrance, where the deep shafts provided natural shelter from Zetherian scanning. In the largest chamber, Dr. Vasquez established a treatment area. For 3 days, she worked tirelessly, applying her knowledge of human medicine to Wraith 7's alien physiology. Luna rarely left the creature's side, talking to it constantly, despite its unresponsive state. On the 4th day, as Dr. Vasquez was replacing a synthetic fluid drip, Wraith 7's compound eyes flickered with renewed awareness. "Luna," it said, its voice weaker but recognizable. The child, who had been sleeping against its least damaged section, woke immediately. "You're alive! Dr. Vasquez! He's talking!" The doctor hurried over, her scanner confirming what seemed impossible. "The regenerative process has re-established primary neural function. How do you feel?" Wraith 7's diagnostic systems ran a complete assessment. Damage extensive. Regeneration proceeding at 17% of optimal rate. Combat efficiency irretrievably compromised. "That's not what I asked," Dr. Vasquez said with a small smile. "How do you feel?" The creature considered the question, accessing subroutines it had never fully explored before. "I feel gratitude. For your assistance. For Luna's companionship." "That's what friends do," Luna said, carefully patting a healing section of exoskeleton. "They help each other." "Friends," Wraith 7 repeated, the concept integrating into its evolving neural network. "I was not designed to have friends." "Maybe not," Dr. Vasquez said, "but you chose to anyway, just like you chose to protect us instead of harm us." Over the following weeks, as the human settlement began the process of rebuilding, Wraith 7 continued its own regeneration. Its combat capabilities would never fully recover, but new neural pathways were forming, expanding its capacity for complex social interaction and emotional processing. The humans, remarkably, accepted its presence among them. Children particularly seemed drawn to it, fascinated by its alien physiology and gentle demeanor. Luna remained its closest companion, proudly introducing the creature to anyone who would listen as "my friend who saved us all." One evening, as Kepler 442b's sun was setting over the partially reconstructed settlement, Luna found Wraith 7 observing the horizon from a quiet vantage point. "What are you looking at?" she asked, settling beside its massive form. "Calculating the probability of Zetherian return," it answered honestly. "Are they coming back?" "Unlikely in the near term. Commander Zethar values efficiency above all else. The cost of eliminating this settlement now exceeds any strategic value." Luna leaned against its regenerated exoskeleton. "That's good. But even if they did come back, we'd figure something out. We have you now." Wraith 7's compound eyes shifted to regard the child. "My combat efficiency remains severely compromised. I can no longer function as an apex predator." "That's okay," Luna said simply. "You're better as a protector anyway." The creature considered this assessment. Its original purpose, the perfect predator, the Empire's living weapon, had been irretrievably lost. Yet in its place, Something new had emerged. Something chosen, rather than programmed. As darkness fell over the settlement, Luna fell asleep against Wraith 7's side. The creature gently curled its body around her small form, not in response to immediate danger, but as an expression of its newfound purpose. The apex predator had indeed been a living weapon, until it curled its body around a human girl and chose to become something more.